Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for The Witcher Wild Animals number 4. This is a 4-part miniseries from Dark Horse Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Bartosz Sztybor with art by Natalia Rerekina, colors by Patricio, Delpeche, and letters by Hassan, Otsmane-Elhaou. Uh, I am kind of familiar with the Witcher series. I'm not like the biggest Witcher person. I've never really played the games, but I've seen a little bit of the series, although I'm behind. I've read a few other comics before, which I believe the comics are more closely related to the tying into the games and stuff like that. So I'll always check one of these out, especially because it's a 4-issue miniseries. It requires very little to know barrier of entry. Like, you don't even need to know who Geralt is. Like, obviously, it helps a lot if you know who Geralt the Riviera is, but you don't have to. You don't have to know. Like, the book is very good about introducing you to this world, introducing you to what you need to know. Sometimes in a very crude manner or a very violent manner. But let's take a look at the synopsis here. Evil wears many faces, as does justice. From land to sea, Geralt finds that where man and creature coexist, there is an unspoken rule one where the skills of a witcher go beyond killing monsters. Based on the hit video game, this comic features the US Comics debut of Ukrainian artist Natalia Rerekina, Silver Award winner of the Japan International Manga Award. So that was another thing that drew me to this book that I've heard from this artist before, and I wanted to check it out. Like, how does somebody that looks like have worked mainly in the manga medium, how does that translate over to American comics? And let me tell you, like, it's great. Like, it translates very well. I think Rerekina's art is beautiful. It's very light in touch, but it also manages to bring in that little bit of gore and darkness that we want to see from a Witcher story. So let's take a look at some of that preview art here. We kick off with these drunk guys on a boat. They're talking about being protected by the Witcher. So immediately, even if you know nothing about the Witcher, you know that at least they are strong enough to be hired for protection, right? Of course, creatures arise. I really love how far and wide they go in the world of The Witcher with creature designs and just introducing all kinds of creatures. And as I mentioned, there's going to be plenty of gore, plenty of violence, as you would expect. I love how the sound effect is kind of incorporated into the blood splatter. I don't know whether that's a decision from the letterer, because Haas is a very good letterer, so like I would imagine it could be something on their end, or if this comes from like from the art. So either way, because it is a big sound effect, that's also a big thing that they do in manga. So whoever is responsible for that, great work. I really love it. That's why this isn't even the full page. I kind of cropped it, just this big panel for you guys to take a look at on this one. And yeah, of course, once the Witcher's done with his job, not everyone likes to hold up their end of the bargain. So this is kind of where we begin with our hero running into a tough spot and having to try to get out of it. And this isn't even the beginning of the story. This is just kind of all the setup of like, here's everything you need to know about Geralt. This is a first 6 pages or so that very well tell you who he is, what kind of powers does he have, what kind of skills does he possess, and also what type of individual he is, right? Mentioning that we thought he had a deal obviously brings up that he's an honorable person, but he's not. He won't be hesitant to act. You already know he's a skilled fighter, so like, yeah, great work, just building up this world, setting up all this stuff that lets you know that The Witcher, who he is, what he brings to the world, and what you can expect from the rest of the story. And then from there, the story very efficiently gets going. And I really enjoyed it. Beautiful art, beautiful colors. And like I said, I mentioned, I love those big sound effects, those big splotchy, sound effects with some of those fights. So if you're a Witcher fan, you'll definitely want to check this out. If you've never encountered The Witcher, maybe this is your entryway. I don't know. But as always, if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, Stevie recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.